Which team's more dangerous, you guys think, heading into Week 15? Is it Chiefs or Chargers?
Yeah, both teams are playing really good. And on Sunday, the Chargers were in this 4 o'clock window up against 2 monster games. Bengals, San Francisco, and then, of course, Buccaneers, Bills.
No.
And very quietly, the Chargers absolutely demolished the Giants. And, it was one of those, hey, wait a second, look at us. And they are a legit team and who have already beaten the Chiefs. And yet, in the early window, Kansas City won 48-9 over a division rival. Their defense is really good. I want to show their defense because it's been the story. And we talked about Dallas yesterday, how their defense is actually leading the way. Kansas City, it's not just a 1, 2, 3 week thing. This is the story of their season. Their defense leads the way and the offense follows. They've been outstanding the last several weeks, allowing just less than 11 points over the last 6 weeks. Look at this. This is the beleaguered Chiefs defense. You couldn't stop anything the first few weeks of the year. It's not just a flash in the pan. It's legit. And I think they're going into SoFi as healthy as they've been all season, as amped up. And on the offensive side of the ball, they got a running back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire looked great last week against the Raiders. He looked great 2 weeks ago. And it's this stop and go, stutter step stuff that he's doing at the line. He's so low to the ground. It's Kyle, I think of Maurice Jones-Drew. I'm trying to think of a couple other.
Warrick Dunn,
where it's
Darren Sproles.
It's not bite-sized, but it's they run so low, right? Barry Sanders. It's so low to capture. Look how low he is. You have to really get down there, really try to tackle him. I think, as my color is popping up here, Saturday Night Fever style for this game, I honestly think that the Chiefs have the advantage going in, but the Chargers are a worthy opponent. And of all the Chiefs-Chargers matchups we've had in recent years where I think this is the most even of them yet. I think the Chargers are coming, and they're not to be taken.
And they could get the 2 seed in the AFC overall. How does that happen? They have to win, and Tennessee has to lose.
Tennessee has to lose, and the Chiefs have to lose another game, but the Chargers are right there, and they would have the tiebreaker over the Chiefs if they win.
All of a sudden, the Chiefs would become blue-collar, actually.
That's right.
It's very different from you. We have a guest here. Brian's not been here for one of these discussions. Peter, for years and years, you've been on the Chiefs, and I feel like you hyping their defense over and over is your way of saying, yeah, but he's got a great personality, too. He does. But he's also, smoking hot. And, can we talk about the offense? Can we just get back? Can we play the hits? Because we saw a fireworks show last week. Yeah. We saw what we've been waiting for. The Chiefs have been treading water in that deep end, just kicking and treading, and then they have to hold up the weight and tread like they're passing the lifeguard test. And they've been winning while they've been treading water. Normally, 6-game stretch, we're trying to find ourselves. We went 3-3. No, they won all of the games. And I really feel like this was not a Raiders thing last week. It's not an anomaly. Kurt Warner was in that seat last week. He said that after they'd gone to 2 straight Super Bowls with the Rams, they started 0-6. And we're like, what are you talking about? You had all the same players. We just didn't have it. We couldn't figure it out. We were in a funk. They started 0-6. The Chiefs have won despite that. This Chiefs team has won a game with 19, with 13 points. Not anymore. They found a running game. They found their mojo, whatever the hell you want to call it. Every team goes through the skids. No team goes undefeated through the skids. I think it was an awakening. As much as the defense is, this is what I like right here. Mahomes screaming, fist pumping, touchdowns. I think the sleeping giant is fully awake and stomping on little villages, Brian. What do you think?
I'm going to differ from the two of you a little bit. I mean, you talk about their defense over the 10.8 points over the last 6 weeks. Let us remind ourselves they played the Raiders twice. They played the Packers with Jordan Love. They played the Giants. Right? Whereas, meanwhile, the Chargers have been putting up the last 6 games 32 points a game. They laid 30 on them in week 3. I think Herbert and Eckler, hopefully Eckler, I was not fully aware about his ankle. Hopefully he's fine. But they have just been so explosive. Reminds me of another team in the NFC that has that powerful running game to go with a strong-armed quarterback that can make any kind of throw. I like the Chargers to put it on the Chiefs this week at home and become legitimate contenders in the AFC.
Brian.
That's my bold take. Let's go!
I love it. I agree with you for once on a team. I would like to see, I will say this, and Triggs, I'm going to throw it to you here. I brought this up as a point of not weakness with the Chargers, but Justin Herbert is tasked as a sophomore quarterback in this league to do so much. Like, I'm not sure if he's not having a really great day, if the team can win for him. Whereas this year, and it used to kind of be like that with Mahomes. Mahomes has to come and play hero ball and do all these crazy things. I've seen this Chiefs team now, as consistently as the defense has been playing, they're winning games with Patrick Mahomes, has 0 touchdowns at the end of the game. You don't see that with the Chargers. If Herbert's having a bad day, they're losing the game. So he needs to bring it and be great. And that concerns me in this matchup, this huge AFC matchup, and down the stretch. They put a lot on him.
Yeah,
I know they have a run game. I know they have but it's really all Herbert.
Yeah.
If Herbert's clicking, they're winning.
Last week they played Mike Glennon and the Giants. So you don't say this word, but they didn't have Derwin James on defense, and they didn't have Keenan Allen on offense. And they went out there and they still kicked butt. And it's like, all right, they can. Now, this week, if Rashawn Slater, who Taylor very wisely said is an offensive player of the year rookie candidate because he's been that good, if he's out and it's Trey Pipkins, that might make a difference.
Yeah.
These are the things that you deal with as a quarterback, and Herbert's going to have to put it on him.
Where are you at with the Chargers? Do you know what you're getting from them week to week? Because right now I know what I'm getting from them Chiefs week to week.
They're Bengals West, which is really fun.
Yeah.
They're fast and furious. Awesome highlights, really talented. The defense has been soft as hell, and that was when Derwin was out there. They've been run on. That's why I think tomorrow is going to be a shootout. At least I think the Chiefs are going to put up big points tomorrow. I really do. Just because they've come awake, and the Chargers defense, just objectively, look it up. It's not good, especially against the run if they're getting Edwards-Helaire going. But they're one of these teams that I feel like are adolescents, and I don't know if they're grown-ups yet. You become a grown-up by beating big teams on national television. Tomorrow night's a great game.
They got to bring their A game. Justin Herbert has to be fantastic.